He was poisoned, by the way. Now here we have 40 GIs that were killed in a compound over in Dokdo. Their names, where they're from. Let's try to get that. Now, anybody that lives in these areas that could find these people and everything, well, I don't know what use it is to find these people and everything, their parents or whatever and everything. But, you know, if you gave me 200 pictures of GIs and everything and let me sort through them, I could probably pick I would be able to pick quite a few of them and put them to their names, okay? To prove that I knew these guys and I know why this compound was overrun. In fact, let's just show you what it is. Here are the names of American GIs murdered by a few men in the CIA in the attempt to kill the only witness to the John Fitzgerald Kennedy assassination. They did not succeed in silencing the witness, but did succeed in eliminating an entire firebase of Americans and successfully covered it up with the help of General C. Abrams, Abram, A-B-R-A-M, Abram as in Abraham, whose name was changed later, and the Army Command. So the evil men in the CIA deceived Abram, the same name as Abram before he became Abraham. It wasn't the general's fault. He didn't know. I had a chance to meet him in 1981. Yes, sir, Bob. I could tell him the story and he would verify it. Okay, this is Washington, D.C. All this was on the first paper. I was telling them what was going on and this and that and that and this and everything. Let's see, this is number 6, a map of Washington, D.C., where the 14th Dalai Lama was almost assassinated. Now, I can get into some pretty good stuff here. Take a little bit of a while to do it. There's the White House, right in the middle, right there. This thing only goes in so far. And if you watch, it's almost bisects the Washington Monument. But down here, it does the Jefferson Memorial, right in line. Well, this is 16th Street and goes all the way up to where the 14th Dalai Lama was almost assassinated, right here. I'll show you that. What I want to tell you right now, though, is when the 14th Dalai Lama came over, he visited Thomas Jefferson Memorial, and again, on the AP wire, just like Truman put out this paper on the AP wire, the 14th Dalai Lama claimed when he went to the memorial, he had some sort of euphoric experience and all that, and he claimed this was on the radio. I heard it myself. I don't know exactly what year. It was before 86, because this is why I went to go see him. I didn't have anything to do with the Dalai Lama before I heard this. Then I had to go see him. I've got paper to prove that I called and got the time and all that and everything. I don't even need to show it right here. You guys should start believing me by now. He claimed to be the reincarnated Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States. He claimed that. Totally claimed it. Now, right up here, off of 20th Street or something, there's a little place called Jefferson Court. It's only a half a block long. You're not going to see it on here. Jefferson Court. At 1825, Jefferson Court, not 1826, the year that Thomas Jefferson died, but at 1825, Jefferson Court now is the office of Tibet. Well, now you know damn well they got that address on purpose, or the one Father in heaven or Jesus Christ gave to them. I don't know which. You know, the Buddhist monks are somewhat superstitious. Now, let's look at this. Get up high enough. This is Kennedy Street. This is Kennedy Place. Now, you know it wasn't named that until after Kennedy got assassinated, probably. This, well, let's forget about that. Right here, we'll tell that, right there's where the house that was owned by Vietnam. I got a picture of the temple now. I went back there. This is the 6th Presbyterian Church. And then it was about 2 houses before you got to that. Okay, now look at this. This is Jefferson Street, the only Jefferson Street. If it ran straight through here, it'd run into the back of the house. Funny, huh? This is where the 14th Dalai Lama was almost assassinated. Now, let's look at, right behind. Let's look at this right here. Morrow, M-O-R-R-O-W, Morrow Drive. turns into Kennedy Street right there at 16th Street, which is funny because 16, number 1 interpreted is 16, whatever. And actually this is Highway 29. Whatever. Well, now 3 in numerology is 29. But 29 is 119 or 911, whatever. So Morrow Drive. Morrow in the Bible is tomorrow. You know, tomorrow. On the morrow this will happen. On the morrow. So morrow is actually tomorrow. Now what's interesting here, and watch this, I'll come back to this. Watch this. I'm certain I bought the rifles that were used to kill President Kennedy. My CIA boss ordered me to do so in the conscience-stricken claim of Robert Morrow. Oh my God. Robert Morrow. Now looky here. R-O-W is the 965, which is the 20. Robert in numerology is 33, so is Kennedy. And when he produced it, it was 54, but who cares on that or anything. So, Mara, let me tell you, when LBJ died, the officer that was the Secret Service agent in charge in Texas was named Morrow. Oh, yeah, and I got a story on LBJ, but I don't want to tell it right now. I'm afraid they will take all my videos off. I'm just showing coincidences and stuff like that. Very bizarre coincidence. I'm trying to prove to you all that, you know, this is too bizarre to ignore. Now, let me show you. Remember 16th Street? We come up here just a little way. Here is DuPont Circle. You should know about DuPont Circle in 1981. Now, watch this. I had a place right up here, boom, that I could stay at. You got off at DuPont Circle, I would walk up Connecticut, take this road here, cut over here, and cut up there. That's the easiest way. One day in 1980, when I was there, I missed it. I had to go, I missed it, even this street. I couldn't believe it. No, I looked down, I said, oh no, I'll go up this way. But when I got here, I decided to cut over. I walked down the wall. This is the Hilton here. I walked down the wall and saw that door there. And I go, man, I wonder where that door goes. It's got to go to that Hilton. Damn, you know, that would be a good place for somebody to be shot. And this is just right after I had left Denver, Colorado, where I was helping build a house just north of Evergreen, where I actually met John Hinckley in an arcade there playing some games. Ain't that funny? Now, I didn't know really who he was until whatever happened. But here I would go out jogging and everything from this spot. I would go here, the Chinese embassy is right here. I would go across here, and I go all the way down here, all the way down. I go to the Vietnam Memorial. I go out here to the canal, go way up that way, whatever. It was a great place for me. It was a great trail. It was all that, really good. But what's interesting here, one day, I was there, and I was about ready to go jog, and this big thunderstorm came by, and it was real hard rain, too. And I wasn't thinking I was going to get to go out, but then it stopped real quick, and before it even had really time, I go, well, I'm going to chance it. So I get out, I go down here, go over here, I just pass the Chinese embassy, and I start running over here. Now this was again in the 80s, could have been in 86, 87, before they actually fixed this bridge. And it had holes in it, and it had a bad water drainage. It had rained so hard that there was a bunch of water on the side of the road by the curb. It had built up. It was about 9 o'clock or a little bit after, because I had to wait for the rainstorm. So everybody was kind of at work. There was just a very few cars coming that way. And as I started running across that bridge, one car came this way, and I didn't notice it. The water was so high, and he went through it so fast that it got knocked totally over my head. Drenched from head to toe, even my backside. It was like a sheer wall of water. I got totally, and it was clear water too, because if it rained so hard, it washed the streets out. Actually, the water was pretty clear. I was naturally baptized every square inch of my body, and I didn't even miss a stride. It happened so quick, all I could do was laugh. I saw a couple other cars go that way, and I'm sure they laughed their little butts off because they saw this guy drenched.